Welcome, everyone. I'm Kimberly Boscheman, and this is the Intentionally Intuitive podcast. We're coming off one eclipse, and we're jumping right back onto another. So we've got an eclipse coming up on October 2nd or 3rd, depending on where you live in the world. That's a solar eclipse. So we're going to take a look at the energies and how this could present for each life path in this reading. This, of course, is a general forecast. If you would like your own personal numerology forecast or readings, please book some time with me. My information is in the description box below. Also, if you were to book a year ahead forecast, any reading that has the year ahead forecast in it, then you will get the rest of 2024 as well as all of 2025 in your forecast and in your PDF. So if you're interested in that, head on over to my website and book some time with me so you can take advantage of that discount. One thing I do want to mention about this eclipse is that it is an eclipse. So whatever unfolds at this time will be the beginning of a storyline that will continue to unfold and be progressive over the next 6 months or so. So just kind of keep that in mind as we move through the reading, that these energies may not all come in at once. It might be something of a storyline that continues to unfold as you move forward in the coming months. So without further ado, let's take a look. Life Path 11-2, you are going to be working with the vibrations of the 31-4 and the 32-5. for this eclipse. So interesting energies here. This could be a testing period, a time for learning to adjust to others. And what I mean by that is not changing who you are to accommodate others, but finding that common ground, right? Being open to other people doing things differently than you do them. Being open to different perspectives. You know, this is actually such a beautiful energy because this is so much aligned with the 2 energy that the 11 is such a big part of, right? I mean, it is your life path. And the 2 energy is all about coming together, harmony, balance, relationships, you know, being the observer and being able to see where the disconnection is so that you can formulate some kind of connection through working together, through some kind of balance and greater harmony, or creating that balance and greater harmony. And I also find it interesting because in astrology, this eclipse is happening in the sign of Libra, which is all about, you know, it's basically 2 energy, all about those same things we were just talking about. And for you all, this is, when I say it's like a test and learning period, I think you will likely be, or could be, over the next 6 months, confronted with people who it would be challenging to see their perspective. It would be challenging to sort of not be judgmental about how they choose to live their life or what they choose to do if it's different from yourself. And sort of moving through that experience of how that feels, and can you find a way to still be open to and allowing them to, you know, have those perspectives without judgment, without feeling like you need to debate or be right and they need to be wrong type of thing. So people may present in a way that might shock you, that might feel, you know, triggering in some way, or might feel like it rubs you the wrong way, to help you to see that it's okay to allow them to live that way. It's okay to allow people to be who they're going to be. And you can adjust to that by how you choose to participate, you know, by how you choose to sort of see the situation, etc. If someone is presenting in a way that you dislike, you don't have to waste your energy by judging that person, debating that person, trying to prove to that person why they should change their ways or be different. You just simply have to, you know, do your thing, right? You don't have to buy into what they're selling. You can continue to live your life, and you can remove yourself from that situation, or you can choose how you participate in it, right? We don't have to agree with everyone that we meet, and we certainly don't have to try to influence them to see things in a different way or to present in a different way. So I think this could be a little bit of a testing period for you in that way, right? In the next, like, say, six months or so. So pay attention to those people who present that, again, just rub you the wrong way, trigger you in some way, get your defenses up, and see if there isn't a better way that you can approach it, right? Even if it's just energetically, right? Because you can remove yourself from that situation, or you can choose, again, how you participate in it. But see how you can kind of reframe it for yourself so that you're not expending your energy in a way that doesn't feel good, right? Because it doesn't feel good to be, to have to debate others or try to, et cetera, et cetera. So interesting energy there. This can also be a really high energy period. So you can feel like you have a lot of vitality, like you have a lot of ideas, you have a lot of energy coursing through you at this time. And I would say make sure that you find ways to channel that energy in a way that feels good. Doesn't have to produce something, doesn't have to be like, you don't have to get to the end result, right? And you could, when you channel that energy, let's say that like you're feeling really high vibe or like really energetic, just do something to channel that energy, to move that energy, whether it's to dance or to draw or however it feels good for you. Play music, I don't know. Go for a run or a walk or go out in nature, etc. Something that can help you to move that energy and so that it doesn't become chaotic, right? Because if we have all this pent up energy, it can lead to chaos and discord. So you just want to make sure that, or let me back up. If we're really high energy and then we come into contact with someone who triggers us or who, is just rubs us the wrong way and we have all this pent up energy, that's where we could say things, do things, or, create an experience that we're not going to be very happy with, right? We could get super defensive. We could, take that strong energy out on that person type of thing. And so it's just really an interesting dynamic that you all are working with, because you likely will be presented with people who are either in opposition to you or, again, trigger you in some way. And this is really going to be that test to see how you handle yourself. How can you adjust accordingly to the situation so that you don't become defensive, so that you don't let the emotions or that high energy moving through you get the best of you. This is really going to be a test to see how will you channel that energy? How will you manage it? How will you move through, whatever it is that you're faced with at this time? And again, I say like over the next 6 months or so. And all of this is helping you to, step into that 2 vibration that is really meant to bring harmony, balance, equilibrium to relationships and your, how you connect with the world. And usually we're always going to come into contact with people who we see things differently. We have different values. They trigger us, etc. Right? And that triggering is helping us to go within to see why we're triggered and then to move through it, etc., etc. So ultimately, it's teaching us something about ourselves. So you could definitely see a lot of that come up. So I would definitely say, if you feel high energy, that high vibe, that charged energy, find a constructive way to channel it and don't allow it to get to that chaotic point, because you could have some discord on your hands. Legal dealings, contracts, deeper discussions should be handled in a very calm and orderly way for the best results, right? So again, you can kind of see there's a lot kind of here around like those strong emotions. They could definitely come up around this time. And, such a big part of the 11-2 and the 2 is to manage your emotions in this lifetime, to really work through your emotions, to be able to, be in control of your emotions and not allow them to be in control of you type of thing. Collabs with others can be wildly successful under this energy. So if you have an opportunity to collaborate with someone at this time or others, this is such a great time to do it. Good news is also possible. That can bring a sense of reward and some kind of victory in some area. So if there's something that you've been working towards, you could definitely see something beautiful come through now. Whatever shows up now, meet it with a sense of humor. This is one of those times where don't take life too seriously. Don't take yourself too seriously. And whether it's good or it's challenging, find your humor. Find your humor through it, and it's going to get you through it, no matter what it is. Find the levity in the situation, and you'll get through it. So, interesting energies, 11s. But again, to be progressive, you'll see it over the next probably 6 months or so. But it's showing you something about yourself, and especially when it comes to your emotions and how to kind of move through those in a way that is beneficial and not destructive. So I hope it's a great one. Take care. Bye for now.